Okay, so I was, after getting the job offer earlier today and thinking about how I'm going to start doing it and finding clients, I thought, well, I haven't checked on the yield curve for about a month. And so I went on, did a quick search, and I found this. The United States 3-year Treasury is 3.724, and the US 5-year Treasury is 2.701. The 5-year Treasury is 23 points below that of the 3-year Treasury. This we know in economics as the inverted yield curve. Do a quick Google search, and everything you will see is how inverted yield curves, are really bad for the American economy. Here's an article by DQYDJ, and it shows where the yield curve has been inverted in American history. And you see the times where it's been truly badly inverted, going all the way back to, 1871, has been prior to recessions. Only prior to recessions. So here's the thing. What we are seeing right now is not meaning that a recession is going to happen in the next 6 months. It does not mean the recession is necessarily going to happen in the next year. But it does mean that we are headed in the wrong direction. It means that right now, the collective wisdom of the market, of everybody in America and the world, when they're buying buying bonds nowadays, are expecting that at some point in the near future there will be a drop in the return for their money. That is known as a recession. That is what we saw prior to 2008. There is still time to turn this around. There is still decisions the government can make today to reduce the problems we are seeing right now. It is not going to happen within a few months, in all probability, barring really bad decisions by probably the president. We have seen historical treasury rates. I was trying to find this website earlier. That's the one, Daily Treasury Yield Curve Rates on the treasury.gov. This is a very useful website. And we can select, right here, it shows you that it's been inverted for this month. For the first time in, let's go back to 2011. And if we look at that, let's just look January 2011. I know it was positive at the end. We had a positive yield curve in beginning of 2011, beginning of 2010. Even in the beginning of 2010, everything is kosher. Less than 1 year after the recession, it was positive. If you look beginning of 2009, right after the recession, we had a very bad inversion at the 30-year bond rate. Now, we have not reached the point where the 30-year bond is cheaper, has a lower rate than the 20-year bond. But this is something we need to watch. This is something we need to... Okay, it looks to me like it was May 27, 2009 when it stopped being inverted for the first time in a couple years. But it means that, in a nutshell, the U.S. government needs to do the decisions that we can to make the economy strong for the near future. The trade war with China is probably the biggest threat to our economy today. It needs to end, and we need to look at a more equitable economy. We need to look at increasing opportunity in this country. That's going to bring the yield curve back to positive territory. A year ago, before the trade war, the blue line is a year ago, the light blue. That is a very healthy yield curve. It was positive across all levels. You can get, and even a month ago it was still positive, but significantly flatter. The 1 month Treasury has significantly increased over this year, and that concerns me. It concerns me deeply. So we go to 2018. Beginning of this year, the 1 month Treasury bond was 1.29, which is, a lot, that's my mail. A lot, about what it was a year ago. But over the year, especially once we hit March, it started to climb. We hit 2 in September, and it's just continued to go up. And that's not good. We want the 1 month Treasury bond to give almost nothing, because that means we have lots of room for the Treasury to go up. But yeah, we really need this to change, and the government needs to do everything in their power right now to stabilize our economy, and this needs to happen as soon as possible. And as you see here, here's the 5-year, here's the 3-year. It's been inverted for a couple days, and we still have time to make it better. So, members of Congress, please do that. So, good luck. I hope we are okay in the near future.